Hey guys, and welcome back. It has been, I think, almost 2 months since my last update. Um, I managed to do a few things, even though I had lots of work on my plate, so I couldn't really focus on Quake Shack. But nevertheless, I managed to find some time here and there in between to add a few features. So I want to show you how far I got so far. And there's a lot of things I actually introduced. So to give you a quick update to all the changes since the last video, I managed to get NetRadiant going to build some maps because I needed to test more and more things. I can show you one of my test maps where I tried to get some of the entities going. Tried out water, those bubbles, which were actually a bit broken in original Quake. I also figured out it's super easy to add new things thanks to a new entity structure. What else did I do? I implemented all items, all weapons. Um, I added the concept of damage handling and damage inflicting. So there are neat helper classes you can add to your entities to get everything going, like invoking damage, handling client obituaries, using some of the fields on the entities. Um, I also re-implemented save and load, which was a huge fun because the way how I changed accessing the properties of entities completely broke save and load game. So I needed to come up with like a serialization method for all the entities. I did regret that I added it quite late to the party. And I can also show you like something that I added, like this is a healing pot. It's when you get some damage, you can go there. And if you on it, you receive a few health points. That was my test run, like how easy can I actually add a few things. It was also implemented quite easily. Like this is the whole class. There's even some sound. I have sound turned off now. Like I copied over this sound from Half-Life. I think if you have played the game, you know what I mean, what I implemented here. Anyway, it was easy to add it. I added a few more infrastructure related things like dispatching events, which is supposed to in future use a different avenue how to dispatch actual events, because this is taken from the original Quake. It simply dispatches a console command. Under the hood it still does, but I wanted to have like a more streamlined way how to dispatch events to the front end, to the client of the game. Anyway, I'm drifting. I want to show you more things like this serialization, which is really hideous, but it works. You can actually see it here. Like there's this serializer, and you can say like, "Hey, these are my fields. Please take record and make sure that this is being used when writing and serializing objects." There's some magic in between, which is detecting like the type and encoding it accordingly. The parameters are easy. Functions. Oh boy, this is another interesting topic. Serialization of functions in JavaScript is possible. It's a bit tricky if you have arrow functions, which are supposed to be to retain the this arc, which we cannot do anymore. So yeah, I had to do a few things here and there in between. Um, Nevertheless, it works. I hope. Can quick save. Can I do a quick load? Oh no, it's breaking. Usually not a good sign. Ah, okay, I changed something which is, yeah. Bad example. I didn't pray to the Democrats before, but anyway. Yeah, I started reorganizing also the shaders a bit. We have all the shaders in here now. It makes it a little bit easier to work with. It's no longer neatly packed in index HTML. What else? Oh yeah, I actually did on a work trip. We were a couple of people. In the morning, we had our first LAN party. I spun up the server and we were playing Quake Deathmatch using the new reimplementation of the game logic in JavaScript. And it worked well. I found one tiny bug, but apart from that, it was amazing. It was a cool, fun ride. We played for like 15, 20 minutes. And it works. There's a few other glitches like selecting the right weapon if you pick up something. But apart from that, pretty good progress. So there's still a few things missing. I can show you that I here started implementing enemies. The dock is almost feature complete. There's one tiny little bug where it's trying to jump too often. But it works. I need to add all the other monsters. And as soon as I have done this, I need to double check like every map if everything works according to the original Quake implementation, because there are a few idiosyncrasies where I'm not sure like if it's a bug or if it's on purpose or if it's a bug which has been exploited or used in a few maps, because I noticed that there are a few things in maps which is relying on certain idiosyncrasies, like changing the class name of a few entities when they were used. I found this in the sigil class. Let me show you. So I commented it out because I'm not really sure if it's even being used. But in the original code, we have sigil touch, and it is resetting the class name, which in my interface, my logic now how to handle entities, it's no longer possible. They're supposed to be read-only. But the comment indicates like, so it says, so rune doors won't find it. The comment says like, there's some map magic happening, but I couldn't really confirm it. I got all the source files for the maps, and none of them is really doing a search, or there's also no code doing some searching for certain entities. But I have to double check. I need to play the game a couple of times to see if everything is working as it's supposed to be. But yeah, I need to add all the enemies and the boss, and then that's done. Then finally I can actually switch over to a few more fun things. Maybe I'm planning to add back. Oh, not add back, but I want to rewrite the netcode. The original port of the original browser part of Quake. It's based on WinQuake, and I definitely want to implement things which have been added in Quake World, such as the client-side prediction code, error handling, a few more multiplayer-related things, like I think there are spectators, which is not existing in this code, so I want to add back spectating. There are a few more other things. I think there are a couple of things which are like sending out messages to players which are only like within the PVS, the potentially visible sector. So yeah, there's a few things I need to add back or port over from Quake World. Also, like the other day I was on a plane for a couple of hours, so I started adding colored dynamic lights. This brings me to, I also want to add HLBSP. I think it's version 30 BSP with colored lighting, a few different things regarding scaling and sizing of textures, and some map limits. I want to be able to actually load Half-Life maps, but yeah, that's gonna be in the future. And yeah, I drafted a document. I wanna actually build a little game on top of Quake in Quake Shack. I want to have a mashup of Killing Floor, the game where you defend like hordes of zombies together in a co-op style. I want to implement this using Quake enemies and Quake maps. So this would be a nice case to see how nice the new structure is to actually build something new on top of it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I also need to clean up once more all the code. There's lots of things I ported over, but almost verbatim. A few concepts I changed it, like the damage handling. Where do I have it? Weapons. Oh, let me check. Yeah, damage inflictor, where you can actually invoke damage. There's also damage handler, which you can add to. There's an example how to add it to an entity, and this entity has to have a few properties because JavaScript is a bit loosey goosey. We do not really can use traits. The OOP in JavaScript is pretty much straightforward and almost like in Java, but it's a not nice way of OOP in my opinion. Would be cooler if you could add actually traits extending a class, but here I'm gonna do it this way. It works as well. Sticking to your convention, whenever there's an entity having a damage handler, this is then actually supported to receive damage. And yep, it works. It's added to monsters and doors and props. Works quite well. There are a few to-dos here and there and fix me's. I need to double check. But quite nice. Anyway, this is the current status. I'm still working on it. I haven't been recording recently. Like I said, too little time. Wanted to focus on more coding and getting the reimplementation of Quake done as fast as possible. But I'm still not done. I still need to add all the enemies. This is the last missing part. This might be I tried to use GitHub Copilot to help me actually fill out the code, because it's gonna be lots of copy paste and changing some structures here and there, but everything else is quite the same. Like I can show you in doc. So the doc class, we still have the QC, the code for defining the frames. This is being used by the state machine. We can still define states. Each state has code which is getting executed, and there's gonna be an AI class, which is like one almost verbatim the original AI logic Quake has. Yeah, it's by this point just work you have to do. There are a few things I added, like you can define like a health for an entity, as the bounding box sizes, models, the net name, so that you have a proper name, what actually has killed you. I think I can show you here. If you drop into the void, the depths of the skies killed local Chris. Where does the funny name come from? It is actually defined in the trigger, the net name here. But yeah, anyway, this is it. And like I said, I need to add a few more entities, and then do a few more single player smoke tests, and then this is done. Then I did my personal I I created my personal reason why I will end up in hell. I re-implemented Quake and JavaScript. I will try to keep you updated on this channel, so make sure to like and subscribe and check out once in a while. Every time I have a change, I will commit and push to GitHub, so you can also follow the code. And once I have this done, before I start heading over to the killing floor thingy, I'm gonna work a little bit more on the continuous integration. So I have a few ideas here as well, how to actually make sure that whenever I'm pushing something, that there's gonna be like a stable branch and a development branch, and both of them are getting deployed, so that you can actually open up the browser anytime you like and can see what has been done so far. Anyway, thanks for watching. Wish you all a great weekend, having a quick weekend, and see you in the next video. Bye.